So, you're probably wondering what a king does. Like, why have a king? Well, you see, this occupying Wall Street, occupying Bay Street in Toronto and in London and elsewhere, it's a good idea. Yes, but it's not a workable solution. You understand? Like, you've got nobody looking after your interests right now, and they're being sucked up by everyone who can put together a straw to stick in your well. You had some bad kings in the past, it's true. They're not my role model. And, it's going to cost you to have me as your king. It's going to cost you some, I'll front with you right now. I got ulterior motives, I got agendas, I got everything else. So I'm going to come clean about them with you right now. I'm going to tell you what they are. I probably won't get them all, but we'll take a good whack at it today, all right? So my first job as your king is to get my queens aligned. And we're having some challenges with that right now. I need to be upfront with you about that as well. But we're working on it, and we have some progress. Next order of business is, this is a prince actually. You find out what's wrong with things. Really, not the story of what's wrong with things, and the justification and how to make it right inside the wrongness. Where you find the source of the wrong things as a prince, and they're irritating as living fuck, believe me. There's nothing you can do with them because you're just a prince. You don't really count. Understand? And so, I stumbled along like this for a very, very long time. And it wasn't until I got rigorous about my worship of the true and found one of my queens to start with, that any reality began to show up for me, that any grip on my own life. I've been studying for years and years and years and years, and I spent many, many decades getting rid of schmunt in myself, which I thought everybody else would be doing as well, just doing it differently. That's all. I was too busy unloading my own deformities of mind, being and origination, to really concern myself about yours all that much. I had a lot of work to do, and I was very busy. So I kind of ignored you for a long time. I thought you would be able to take care of yourselves for a while anyway, and you know what? I was wrong. I was. You're not taking care of yourselves at all. The big problem that confronted your super committee recently was, okay, how do we pay our bills without anybody having to pay? Especially me. Saying, I'm not willing to pay. You can pay, but not me. We fucked it up. That's too bad. That was legal, and you know what? They're fucked, so what? I'm going to stay that way. This is how your petty kings are functioning today. Muammar Gaddafi had no business having $770 billion. He had no business having $7 million. He should maybe have had about 75 grand in the bank. Not $700 billion. Fuck. That's just about as much as the Wall Street boys got. Courtesy of George Bush, commissions and things, and bonuses. And my goodbye party bonus to you, boy, for cooperating and all, and not blowing a whistle and shit. Here's your payday. Enjoy it. Well, as your king, I'm taking that payday back. All of it. $30 billion is paid so far. $740 billion And not only that, these national debt that not only the United States has, but many other countries as well, like, need to be examined. The Federal Reserve System needs to be outlawed worldwide. The king will replace the Federal Reserve System. All currency will be patently clear. Everybody will know the value of a dollar, or the new currency would be called the King's Pound. You get 16 ounces. King's Pound. Oh. Anyway. Period. It doesn't fluctuate. Nobody gets to make any money on its on the variables of currencies because there's only going to be one currency. You don't get to bugger fuck your poor while I'm around, or while any of our line is around. Or you don't get to bugger fuck each other either too much, because there won't be any way to do it. The only way the United States has been able to prosecute her horrific conduct globally is because she discovered the lights of fraud. Counterfeit currencies. Just I send 50 billion here, 50 billion there, 150 billion here, 770 billion to these guys. They're my friends and stuff. And you know, how much does a Scud missile cost? Do you know? How much does a round of 50 caliber ammunition cost? Do you know? How much does a tank cost? Do you know? How much do night vision goggles cost? Do you know? I'll bet you Halliburton Engineering does. Understand? All of the assets, resources, and profits made through prosecution, armament sale, production, sale, production, marketing, any other goddamn thing, forfeit to the crown. Those owning them will have a special class to go to. Every numbered bank account in the world, forfeit to the crown. It's stolen stuff. It's hidden stuff. It's stolen. There's some skew to it. It's ours. Didn't do you no good, did it? Stealing all that shit. Tried to sell your fucking soul for that shit, too. I was tempted to let you. I really, really fucking was, let me tell you. See, I'm your king. I don't get to do that. Not a single one of you. So, this Occupy Wall Street has let me know, has let us know, my queens as well, that our time is now. I didn't, you know, like, you figured it out all by yourselves. You did, almost. It's a lot worse than you have gotten to so far. It's, you know, a stone would be embarrassed. This conduct upon them, and there is nothing going to remain hidden. Nothing. Zero. So WikiLeaks is just the beginning. This Occupy Wall Street is just the beginning. The thing is you have a king, and you know, I've been in training to do this job for a while, and I had kind of been budgeting my time, theorizing that 2012 was going to be a year I need to have my dots in a row connected, my dots connected, my ducks in a row, my dots connected, and my T's crossed and my I's dotted. Right, not the idea. Anyway, so, but it's appearing a little ahead of schedule, right? And I'm going to go with the flow in this one. So I'm going to be guided by in many ways, and by God and all the rest. Now, there are things that piss me off, you need to understand this. Not many, but a few. And one is lying. I birthed the thing. So, this is the thing. So, it's not a good idea. It was a wrong fucking choice to start with. And I'm led to believe it's going to be a cold day in hell before it becomes fashionable anywhere I want to live. Especially for Germany. So, lies are out. Theft, of course, would be out as well. Like, those things piss me off. Anyway, I'm the father of both of them, so, you know, I can only get pissed off so much. You need to be thankful of this, because if justice was my interest and forte, it'd be a much different story. You're all guilty of everything you accuse everybody else of. And the more you accuse others, the guiltier you are. Others, the guiltier you are yourself. So you want to stone women for having sexual fantasies and sexual meanings and go ahead and fuck up? You want to do that? I don't mind if that's your insisting, how you want to govern yourself. As long as the men that participate in this with the women are stoned to death as well, and any man who seeks to seduce a woman into that conduct at all, be stoned with her. You want to hang homosexual boys for being homosexual? Then you got to take 10%, 12, 15% of your population, both male and female, and hang them because they're homosexual as well. The Quran states, I have not read the Hadith, the Quran, I don't need to. All I need to do is practice the first commandment. I'm fine. I'm a Muslim. All the rest, Muhammad instituted many of them. But much of what Muhammad instituted has been aborted and twisted, and you're looking as ugly as any fucking pagan or any Christian ever did, except worse. Because you had the possibility to work for the light and you gave up and worshipped your perversions instead. You're going to find that was costly conduct. You know, and it should be. You know, so there's some unpleasant things we got to deal with, and there's some very pleasant things that we're going to be getting into once we're done these. See, the thing about this stuff is it's finite. It's unlimited. All the invalidations you've ever prevaricated, all the secret little murders you run around and theorize you get away with every day, little backstabbings, little thefts of the honor, the dignity, whatever was remaining of it. There's not much of that today on this planet at all. Like, nobody trusts anybody for anything. Women don't trust young men not to rob them when they're walking down the street. Old women don't trust the young males. In my population in the city where I live, it's embarrassing. So, as king, it's my job to learn what doesn't work, learn the nature of it, learn everything about it, become as intimate with that as I would with a woman, and then kill it, whatever it is. Now, I'm not going to be killing you, but I'm going to be killing your dementia, your misery, your perversions, your lack of origination or belief in anything save your own deluded egos. It's like you're all stuck and pedaling as fast as you can, going nowhere, and not even having any idea there's even a place to get to or go to or any reason to do it. You're too busy shopping and painting your fucking toenails. Anyway, anything that feeds upon you without offering benefit in return, I'm going to kill. It's my job. Understand? I'm not bugger fucking with you personally. And I may bugger fuck with you personally. Like Georgia Bush, I'm gonna bugger fuck with personally. Lizzie in England, I'm gonna bugger fuck with personally. A few others, I'm gonna bugger fuck with personally, but not many. I will be king of worthy human beings. Beings worthy of the distinction of human. You're not right now. Right now, you are monsters, bugs, foretold in the Bible. You know, you're the best of it. You're political geniuses and got the morals, the inclination, and the origination platform of a bed bug. No higher. So, you know, you get to choose between bed bugs. Who really gives a fuck? Do you understand? Not even you. Not really. You go and vote and hope. Well, I did my thing, I did my thing, what more can I do? Vote. Understand? There's a lot more you can do. You can help build the fucking promised land for one thing. We need some help around here. But as long as you're stuck playing with your mental blocks and jerking off, covertly jerking off into each other's wife's underwear, there's not much room for expansion possible in this paradigm of being. Can we see this? Oh, and pretending you don't. Pretending, you never had a sexual thought in your life. Never even picked your nose. No, farted once. Okay, well, understand. You even try to come looking like somebody else. So, our job is to chip away what doesn't belong, basically, what doesn't fit. It's like every king basically is a Michelangelo carving a David with his people. I mean, he's whatever chisels and hammer he's got to get things so they work. Now, I know how it doesn't work real well. I'm not all that clear about what does work, but I know what doesn't work for sure. All right, and so that's going to be part of my heritage for you, is what shit not to do and do not deviate from this no matter what. at least for 1,000 years. Understand? So this is what we're up to. My agenda, my secret, my covert agenda is to craft a set of principles this world can govern itself upon, knowingly, clearly govern itself upon, in gratitude for the said principles and joy in their in obedience to them. Like you will get benefit, joy from obeying laws that serve you, bring you joy. This is the point of laws. Laws are not to fuck you up. Laws are not to, oh, I want to kill people, they don't let me. Fucking narrow-minded pricks. Understand? Laws are for your vitality increase, especially the laws of God. Yeah, I remember as a kid thinking, how come I'm only 8, right? And I got chores. How come I gotta help God with his chores too? How come I gotta pray to keep him in life in the style to which he's accustomed to in heaven? How come I gotta pay his bills in heaven and I'm 8? And it's something, but you know what? I did it anyway. Because I knew, there was something in this universe that didn't have to make sense if it didn't want to, that I should pay very close attention to. At least not bugger fuck it totally. Not bugger fuck my relationship with it, him, them, it, whatever. Totally. I want still have some elbow room left. And after I was 7 years old, that was kind of difficult to muster. But this is not the point of this topic. This conversation is us introducing what we do to you, so you have an idea of what our job is and what any king's future job is. Now, you have no nobility on this planet now. You have no royalty. You have a few families that once were royal. And they're kind of squealing their head above water, trying to feel, well, how can we help? What can we do? What can we do? And I'm very, very grateful for this. You have no idea how heartening that is to see. And rest assured, I'll be getting back to you on this. But, so the point is, this is what a king does. My job is to kill anything that hurts you. And someday you're going to pay me $128 a year to do this job. Right? But you won't be able to do that until you have done some work. So I require things of you as your king. And one of the requirements we have of you, each individual person, is that you make a list of every theft you've ever participated in, originated, or empowered, covertly or overtly. Write it down. Each lie you told. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're in the uterus, in the womb, and lying to God. It doesn't matter. Any lie you've authored. Right now. See, it's not a quick fix thing. Being king is not about quick fixes either. I'm sorry to have to tell you this. I'm not smart enough for the quick fix stuff. I tried to find it for about 25 years, and I never did. So, just to let you know, I did research the postulate. It just never yielded robust fruit. Some of it had kind of wiggly little weeds that would, sprout and wave their head above the earth for a moment or two, but they just petered out because they lacked the balls of God in them, basically. Instead, we are the guy. I enrolled in a magical mystery tour some time ago, and it came as a hell of a surprise to find out that I was the destination. Understand? I had theories and sneaking hunches and suspicions for a long time, but you know, I didn't realize that anybody else knew about this. But in fact, a lot of you do and did. And have been really actively assisting us. Like helping your king is a good thing to do. Do you understand? It pleases the gods, all of them. There's not one that doesn't please. I'm not saying you're going to get lucky if you help us. What I'm saying is, if you don't help yourself, the likelihood of you getting lucky ever is remote. Can you see this? So I wanna show you, if I can, how to help yourself. And so this is what we're doing right now. So I want lists of everything you've stolen, anything you've killed, the reputation of somebody, somebody's body, somebody's fortune, somebody's anything. If you've invalidated somebody's anything, including your own, write it down, please. Any blasphemy you've authored, write it down. Like, God wants me to stone girls to death, burn witches at the stake, or kill the different because they smell funny or look different or all have slanty eyes or big noses and smell like wet chickens. Understand? Killing isn't something you can really do anyway. And it's costly conduct to entertain to your own vitality. Understand? Like, unless it's serving its purpose for you, like killing a cow to feed your family is fine, particularly if you've raised the cow for that purpose. Understand? Cow is here to serve you with everything it has. Everything is here to serve you. And it's like, so the entire universe is laid at your feet and you're trying to steal stuff. Anyway, the point is, this is a pretty nice globe we've got here. It's going to be difficult to find another place to move to anytime soon. And I need to stop all offshore oil exploration of any kind. A month ago, 6 months, a year ago, 10 years ago. The depths of your stupidity and your lack of concern for this gift that you have, this gift of life that you enjoy, is a gift. It can be taken away. You know, nobody wants to do this, especially me, for all kinds of reasons. But believe me, we don't want this. But if left to your own devices, this is what's going to happen in short order. You're gonna hit one of those oil bases, and it's never going to stop. It's going to do to the world what the flood did to Noah's people. Do you understand? You're going to do this in fucking petroleum. Those same deposits are in place, and you're humping them like the village idiot with a hard-on and a tub of Vaseline he's found somewhere. It needs to stop. Totally. I don't give a fuck what it costs who. At all. Period. Yesterday. End of fucking story. And Arctic oil reserves as well. A Haru. Get the fuck out of places you don't know what you're doing in. Get some wits, get some intelligence happening for yourself. You got none now, you got no intuition. You don't know how you're made up. You need an education that you don't have right now. And we've spent about 100 tapes so far getting into a condition where you might be able to hear something you have to say. My job is to love you. And a good deal of that is telling you the truth. I will never lie to you like this. If you're playing cards or Monopoly with me, don't trust me at all. Understand? But as your king, as your husband and lover and friend, I can kid you, I'll do that, but I won't lie to you. Understand? It would cost me more than my life to do it, when you could possibly imagine. So, in my sleep, waking, walking, drunk, sober, doesn't matter. Will I misinform you to get my own way? Only if my own way is better. I know it's better and you don't. And you don't have the wit or the ability to see it's better. But I am committed to having you see this as quickly as I can. And I may use techniques that will look like misdirection or fraud or what have you, but it won't look that way for long. And no longer than an hour, okay? Not until the next president, next king arrives. An hour. All right. You mean an hour? I'm not going to hobble my license to communicate with anyone in any way, which but you need to remember something that I get no benefit until after you get yours. I didn't think this was such a hot idea to set it up this way. You see, being king doesn't mean I get to set things up. Being king means I get to see things how they are and do what I can to bring life in conformity with this. So how things are is not perversion, can we say that? How things aren't, it's trying to be how I'm not is perverse. So I want to unpervert. I am required to unpervert all 7 billion of you in less than 5 years. And we got some very important people coming to town here, and it's like this is cleanup time before the relatives come over. You understand? And so we all got to clean this place up, starting with ourselves, and just stop doing the horseshit. Stop poisoning ourselves, and stop poisoning our oceans and lakes and rivers, and stop poisoning ourselves, and have some health begin to show up so that we'll get some fucking possibility of wit, energy to have possibility of wit to start with. Understand? When you lie, when you steal, you diminish your wit. Intuition is an important feature of human life, as much as the medical profession and the scientific community would like to discount its value. There is no forward movement made without its thorough exercise, and intuition does not occur, cannot occur, in an unenlightened bit of imaginative sentience without the labor of integrity robust in the being. Your integrity is hooked up to your intuition, you fucking numbskulls. So this is how you turn into beasts. You understand this? Can you Get the fucking dot connectors out. I know you got them. They're in there. I can see them. Understand? You're unhealthy. You're witless. You got the morals of piranha and bed bugs. No, you don't. Bed bugs have more morality. Excuse me. Than any human. And less perverted than any human I've had the privilege to interact with in the last 50 years. And the one or two of you who know you're an exception to this, just shut the fuck up. It's 100% of you in this condition. And that's a fib, because almost 100%. I don't want you taking fucking, if you think you're in that percentage that aren't, you're not. Do not take that as license. Please. It would be unwise and unhealthy to do so. This is a very important time to be alive right now. And you are every bit as important as the people who said, give us Barabbas, you call? Every bit as important as the people who told, no, go screw yourself, moron. What the fuck are you doing? Every bit as important as the people who are going to be carried into the rapture. And every bit as important as the people who are going to stand in the last day, because I'm here to tell you, and this is it. This is the last day. And it's going to last about 21 years. About 19 to go or so. And we have a lot of work to do. But what I need you to understand is the end of the evil, the end of our education, if you will, in the domain of the fruit of the tree of evil is almost complete. Almost complete. The good has already begun and is beginning, like well underway. Now, so as king, I have considerations in all kinds of different domains and dimensions of livingness. And, you know, I may seem preoccupied, I may seem like $128 a year is too much to pay me for this job. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but let me know that when it happens, and then give me a month, okay? Not 100 years, a month. And if I don't have it fixed or have an answer for you, or at least, and I don't know, with an apology, and, you know, I'll do what I can to find the truth in this thing. You know. But, like, there's nobody that gets to be discontent secretly around here. You don't get to hide, you don't get to be unknown, you don't get to be anonymous. You count. Every single one of you counts. And my job is to see that you win, instead of continuing this abortion of a loss you generated for yourself. Understand? You have a God who loves you more than I do. Understand? And queens have done nothing but live in service to you from the time they were conceived. And all kinds of ancestors and people interested in you like you would not. You have no cognition of this at all now. Nothing. You think you were born to buy fucking GM products? You think you were born to make Georgie Bush and his circle jerk buddies so drunk on their own farts that they can't see straight enough to fucking drink a beer without pissing in his pants in China? Understand? You're all fucked, basically. You need help. And I'm here to help you, but I'm not here to help you because I'm, I'm better than you are. I'm here, whatever. No. I'm here to help you because I'm responsible for this to start with. Understand? I am. So, the better I can have you breathe, the more nutrition, the more vitality I can get into you, the better my payday gets. So, I have no interest in stealing nothing from nobody. I don't want anything close to me. Not with that million fucking miles of me that's stolen. Period. I want no love that I've acquired through lies. I want no anything I acquired through lies. Save the preceding misdirection we spoke of. Understand? I can't afford it. I don't know how you can. I don't know. Understand? Yeah. You think the only thing you got to budget is your money? Give me a fucking break. Understand? This life is like a training ground. Understand? And so, if I have to wise use of my money, like right there, do the work in myself to be able to spend my money wisely. Otherwise, I suffer. Sure. Now, if I ignore my spirit my whole life, what kind of dance have I got likely for me? I've missed my whole life because I've ignored the most vital part of my being to start with. And so I will have lived as basically a reactive little molecule bouncing between my jealousy, my fear, my anger, and my petulance. A reactive kind of non-entity, trying to be as much like the other molecule that can possibly be so nobody notices me, but I hunger to be noticed at the same fucking time, you understand? You're fucked. You need a king. I'm your king. I'm gonna do my job. I'd like you to help me rather than hinder me. I'd like you to begin the king's barf. Write your list. And when you got your list done, okay, what I want you to do is to address it to us. Pay attention to future talks. I'll give you a hard right address. I want you to put your list, get a photocopy of the list. You keep a copy for yourself, and you photocopy the list. You keep a photocopy list. You send the original list to us, along with the smallest paper currency that exists in your principality. So in the United States, it'd be a $1 bill. In Canada, it'd be a $5 bill. Canadians lose tough to do that. There's that. Britain, I think they've got a £1 note they should have, whatever. Mexico, I don't think they have 1 peso anymore, but if they do, that's good too. The smallest paper currency, along with one note, and the smallest paper currency in your principality. your list and stamp. Okay. And I think that by the time this process gets underway, there won't be a single mailman on this planet who will dare steal these things. No postal office employee, nobody's going to want to bugger with this mail. You send this to us. And that's the only donation. You're going to pay me $120 a year to figure this. That's the only donation that this king and any king that comes from this line has any prerogative to ask. It's not, he doesn't have the right to demand. He has the prerogative to ask this. Right. And those funds are going to be at our complete discretionary disposal. There are going to be other funds that aren't. Understand? The fines and the other issues that we're going to be getting into with the arms manufacturers and all the other considerations that we got going on will come later. So, for now, what I want you to remember is that I have your interests at heart. I want nothing from you other than your list at $128 a year. Your list and your currency, your paper currency. Do not be buncoing around with this and putting in 10 times the amount or anything like this. That's not what I want. Okay? I want one and one only piece, the lowest denomination piece of currency in your municipality. Please. Do pay attention to what I'm saying here. Please do this. No. There'll be other ways you can make a difference. Trust me, paying attention to this. The smallest paper currency in your principality, tuck that into the envelope with your list in it, and mail it to us. Now, for the $128 a year, I manage the currency of the world. It will have a constant value. There'll be no more currency traders. There'll be no more derivatives of shit sold as lucid fodder for anything other than children's fairy books. The bigger fool theory of commerce is over. You know, the days of profiteering bandits are done. So, there's a lot that needs fixing, and my job is to fix all of it. And if I at times appear inconsiderate or unconcerned or too busy doing other stuff to lend my ear to you, give me a slap in the head. Gets my attention every time. I don't hit back. And not even the men anymore, you know. Understand, like, but I need a slap up the side of the head sometimes. I make mistakes, I do stupid stuff, and I'm your king. So we don't have we got no guarantees with stuff here. I'm going to do my job the best way I know how. And if you do yours the same way, we'll have something that we can write home about. Yeah, we really will. But the days of the tough guy bullies, the sneaky assholes, the thieves with lawyers that, are done bugger humping my planet because you've got nothing better to do is over as well. So things are going to change, and they're going to change quickly and dramatically because they have to. And I'm impatient with bullshit and stupid stuff. I don't humor bullshit easily well, and please don't bring any. If you slap me in the side of the head and you offer me bullshit, you're going to have a rough fucking ride, believe me. I believe it's called vexatious pursuits. Don't bring them to us, please. If you got a way to make a difference, or if it's an issue, a theft that's occurred, or something that's owed that's not forthcoming, or something that's an unrighteous thing is occurring, I want to know about it. I do. I'm not uninterested. $128 is a lot of money. And it's not just for you that I do this, like I'm your dad. But I do this for you, but I also do it for your mom. And my God. My boss. My creator. My originator. My love. The source of all love, the source of all joy in this universe for me and you. And I'd like to introduce you to one. That's another sacred covert agenda that I got going on. So, I'm your king, you're my people, you're my person, whoever you are. And you need to know something. I love you, and I'm not going to have parasites bungle funking with you. And if you're a parasite, you better re-originate yourself in one fuck of a hurry. Because I find you, you're straw in my people. I'm not going to kill you. And I may not even beat you with my fist. But trust this. I've had people ask me, beg me to beat them. It'll be easier than what I can do to people. I can leave bruises in you in places you don't know exist yet. I don't want to do it. I really, really don't. Please don't make me. Give in. You knew it was going to happen someday. You did. You did. Well, today's the day. I'm your king. I don't whistle Dixie. I don't pray. And I do love you. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.